Well, welcome back. In this video, we're going to check out skippable ads, and therefore, let's go over to our monetization strategy script where we had the double money ad routine already, and now let's take care of the skippable ads. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another variable here that will display the skippable ad interval. So every 150 seconds, for example, I want to display a skippable video ad. So that's something that you definitely need to be a lot more careful with, because skippable ads are fine and they make you a little bit of money, but they can be super annoying. So if your game has some sort of a level system where, for example, the player plays a level for 3 minutes or so and then moves on to the next level, then it would make sense to display such a skippable ad between levels, for example. So you really need to think about what would be a good spot to position your skippable ads. It's really something that I personally find super annoying when playing games. That's why I'm happy to buy apps that I'm using a lot because I'm not a fan of ads at all. So, which is also good. We're going to see how to implement that later on as well, how to implement a functionality where you can actually buy to not see ads anymore. So in-app purchases are a good thing there. So let's go ahead and implement it. So now we will need to have another coroutine for that. So let's go ahead and set it up. I'm going to call this one skippable video ad routine, like so. And now, of course, it will also need a yield return at one point. Let's also use this while true thingy that we used before. Let's wait for the skippable video ad interval here, but I will also do something else first. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check in my player prefs. So there is this class player prefs, as we've seen in another chapter of the course. Here I'm going to check if ads removed is set to 1 and the default will be 0. So if we can't find ads removed in our player prefs, then it will default it to 0. So you can hover over get int. It says returns the value corresponding to key in the preference file if it exists. And otherwise it's going to display the default value here. So if it is 1, which means we have removed the ads, then I want to run a yield break. I want to get out of this whole coroutine, so out of this method here. It will not execute anything else that we have there. But otherwise, I want to wait for the 15 seconds, so, or 150 seconds, I believe it was. Yeah, 150 seconds. And I want to display the ads. And here I'm not going to do this here. I'm not going to take care of the panel. Instead, I'm going to get the component called ads manager. So the ads manager script, because we're currently in the monetization strategy script, right? I want to access the ads manager script and I want to show the skippable ad from here. So the thing is, even though we are in the monetization strategy script, we can still access the ads manager and we can access its methods. And the one that I want to run is this show skippable ad. So the ads manager is taking care of actually displaying the stuff, and the monetization strategy is taking care of when we want to display stuff. Okay, when we want to display ads. So here we're just saying all the time, do this. Check, do we have ads removed or not? Well, if we have removed them, break out of this thing. If we don't have removed them, then wait for the interval, 150 seconds, and then display the skippable ad. And now, of course, we also need to call this inside of our start method. So here, the coroutine. So start coroutine with our skippable video ad routine yield, well, IEnumerator. Okay. So now we will display both, or we will load both. Now for testing purposes, I'm going to set that to 10 seconds. So let's reduce that, or actually let's even do 5 seconds. And let's see if the skippable ads will appear after 5 seconds. So let's buy a house. Let's wait a couple of seconds. And there's our ad. We can skip it here at the top. You can see, let's skip it. And we're back in the game. Every 5 seconds now this ad will appear. Annoying as hell, but for testing, I set it up like that and it works. So let me change that back to 150 or maybe 150,000. Yeah, whatever. So let's save that. And that is it for this video. In the next video, we're going to take care of in-app purchases, because you might have seen this line here. Well, you might have thought about this line, what it means. And I explained it a little bit, but we're going to take care of actually setting this ads removed once the player bought something from us. So once he bought the in-app purchase that we have to offer, which is in our case just to get rid of ads. So see you in the next video.